Hello YouTube and welcome back to Stationeers. So last time we kind of focused on the furnace a little bit more. We've got a hotbox set up, which is all nice, so when it comes to processing our ores, we've pretty much got that all done. Today I want to focus on trading. I want to get switchgrass and I want to get ferns. If I can get those two things, then we can automate the harvesting of them, and we can basically automate our oxygen production and our volatile production, and we'll no longer need to go and get ice. So that is the aim today, really. And hopefully this won't take too long, but we'll see. If you like the video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. My name is Ryan, and this is the Tower Challenge. Okay, so it's been a little while since I've played because I've been ill. Basically what I've done is I've got myself set up so the elevator is all plugged in. We can take the elevator right to the top. I have got all this sealed off, so obviously this is my level 1 of my wind turbines. This is level 2, and then there's some levels that we haven't yet completed yet, and once we're ready we'll seal this off as well, because I want to get into a position where we can pressurize the tower. That would be great. This floor here, this is going to be used for, well, I'm not even sure what this is going to be used for really, because trading is going to have to be at the top of the tower. It's probably just the easiest, safest way to do it, because the traders are going to come in and we don't want them to hit the roof or damage anything, so I think them being right at the top makes sense. This is going to be where we harvest our ferns and switchgrass. Don't know if we'll get to that today, but I've got the space here ready. Up here, this is going to be kind of like a maintenance area. So this is probably where I'm going to be putting my dish, my medium dish up here. And then if we go one more level, then up here is where we're going to be putting, oh shit, up there is going to be where we put the actual trader. Now, because of the size of the tower, we're limited to a 3x3, is what it is. I still think I can get that space pressurized. I might be wrong. I might not be. I don't know. We'll find out. But I've kind of got a plan of where the airlock's going to be and all that kind of fun stuff. So I guess we just kind of get into it, get the trading set up, and just see how this works. So I did get loads of stuff printed. It's been a while, so I can't actually remember what I've got here. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is place the groundwork for the trader. And I'm already seeing an issue here where I haven't got any frames. So well planned, Ryan, well planned. Right, we'll get frames first, and then we can make a start on this. I actually have some iron frames, so in all honesty, I think I'm going to just use these, because why waste them? They're no worse than the steel frames. They just don't look as nice, I think, basically. Whoops. But yeah, I'm going to get this up, and then we can actually put the trading platform down. Okay, so this is the top floor. Oh, thank you, sunlight. That helps. So obviously the rules state that we can only build obviously a 3x4 tower. We're limited to a 3x3 trader. It is what it is. Let's just move on. But I was having a think about how this was going to work, because the problem you have is that if I build the 3x3, I then also need to put the data pad in here. But the problem is it has to go that way, because I can't put cables on the outside of the tower. It actually doesn't run flush with the wall. It's going to stick out like the rockets do, which is why I can't do rockets. So I'm going to have to place it like that. The thing is, I want this to potentially be airtight so that I can have access to all of the 3x3 traders. Which means if this is my way up, I'm going to want an airlock here as well, because this is going to be open to the outside. I'm still in two minds as to whether this is going to work or not, but we'll see. But basically, let's get the trading pad all welded. Let's get the airlock built and just see what we've got to work with. Okay, interestingly, I can put a wall there. So that is actually quite helpful when it comes to the airlock. because I can access this from in here. I can still get cables around here. It's going to be a bit weird because my data is obviously gonna overlap with the door, but there's no way around that because I can't put the door the other way. So what we'll probably have to do is the entire trading setup and this airlock will all have to be on the same network. But that's not really a massive problem, to be fair. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I fell down my ladder. Bloody hell. Ah! Now I need duct tape. I got no duct tape. Oh, shit. That was stupid. I thought I did have duct tape somewhere. Oh, bloody hell. I know why that happened. It was because I haven't got a wall at the top of the ladder. So I've been walking towards the ladder really slowly so I don't fall off the tower. But I felt I walked so slowly that I didn't grab onto the ladder. And when you're falling in a straight line, you can't grab on. I even tried pressing X there and it wasn't working. So that is a me problem. But that will not be happening again. Okay. So, what I don't know is how I'm going to do the doors. Because I can't just do one door here because I don't think it's going to leave enough room for the trader. The doors are going to be in the way. I can't allow the cables to go outside of the tower, so that isn't going to work. And the trader going to come in at an angle, so I can't just seal off the top. Because I can't put anything out, because you can put those waypoints down, and they will kind of follow those first. I can't do that. I can't build outside. So I think what we're going to have to do is have a door that goes up here, but then also one on the ceiling that goes across, and then hope that when they meet on the corner, that's airtight. I hope that's what happens. I hope it's airtight. If not, then this plan ain't going to work. Okay, so the idea being that I can put a 2-length door there. That is mounted on the tower. That is fine. There's no rule being broken there. So I can put some 2s here, like so. And then I kind of need the longer ones at the top here. Now, if I hide that for a second, we've got the large one. Now, my problem with... Oh, no. So that's going to work there, look. Because I can do this. I need some more of these. And that isn't breaking no rules. I made too many doors, but I didn't know how many I was going to need. So that should work, right? I think that join there is going to be airtight. All I've got to worry about is getting this bit here sealed. And I think I can place... I can put war pieces in there. So this shouldn't be too much of a problem. If we do the flat, put it... I kind of want it outside of the thing. I can get up here. There we go. And yeah, if I place those there... I need one more. You know what? It's on the outside. We can't see it anyway. Let me go for some symmetry. And then in the middle, we'll just go for a... Oh, I need some plastic for this, actually. That'll be fine. But yeah, if we do that... And then we can go... Steel. I need some plastic for that one. But yeah, in theory, I can connect all of this. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to reach the power ports for those doors. Because I think they're here. It might be slightly... It's slightly up, isn't it? It's up there. If I take this frame out... Yeah, you can just see it there, look. So as long as I can get all 3 of those connected, then I think we'll be good. Right, before I forget, we go get some more plastic so I can seal off that top wall. And then we'll see if we can get these doors connected up. Ah, I can't reach. Boom. Perfect. Now we're talking. Yikes. I mean, that's some Spider-Man bullshit there. Okay. But in theory, that is that. So let's get this resealed, and then let's see if we can control all those doors, shall we? So I brought power cable up. I'm kind of thinking, well, we could power the dish, but put the dish on a separate network. So the dish doesn't have to be on the same network as the power. So that is one thing that we don't need to worry about too much here. Because I've got to be careful, because obviously I've used standard cable to connect that door up. It's going to cross with the airlock. So I can't run anything more than 5 kilowatts through that cable. And I would like to be able to get up to 25 coming through to my trader. But I don't. It's not going to be an issue. It's going to be fine. Okay. So the reason I've left a hole here is because I'm pretty sure the medium dish requires a frame to be able to place it. I might be wrong, and I hope I am, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. Oh, I did have some steel frames. Fuck's sake. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it requires a frame for support. That's fine. So let's get rid of that floor grating. Stick a frame in there. And now we can get the medium dish, stick it here. And I'm quite lucky because the medium dish fits within the tower. I can't go large dish, obviously, but I don't want to go large dish because it's just going to be too power hungry. But this will be absolutely fine. And then we just need to put a wall piece in. What are these? Wall large panels. I don't have any more of those wall types. I could take that one out. Screw it. Okie dokie. So, get the dish welded. So I need steel sheets. And then I need a wrench. Plastic sheets. Boom, look at that bad boy. And I don't think it'll clip through the tower. If it does, I'm going to allow it. It's not built on the outside of the tower, so if it does clip through, it's fine. I'm not too concerned about that as a rule. So the power for this is going to have to come off the main line. Although I am going to put a transformer there. So let's do that. We're going to go for the medium. We'll stick it there. And this is solely going to be for the dish. Nothing else is really going to be on the outside of this. Everything else can be kept to that transformer. I think this is fine. So if we go 25,000, flick you on. We can connect this to this. I'll get a drink in a second. And then all I got to do is connect this all the way along. Like so. And like I said, the dish doesn't need to be powered by the same network as the trading. It just needs to make sure that the network is connected. So this is fine. And now from this transformer, I can connect everything else, including the data of the dish. What's really weird about the furnace, and I'm just walking past, so I just thought I'd mention it, is that it seems to be at this pressure, the furnace is increasing in temperature without me touching it, which is really weird because there's no way heat can get in. That back pressure regulator is facing outward. All the pipes are insulated. Sunlight isn't really going to be getting in here. There's no direct line of sun. So I don't really know how this is gaining temperature. I mean, I'm just going to roll with it. It is what it is. It's some kind of magic, but don't know. before I head upstairs, I'm very aware that there's been an update to Stationeers recently. In the last couple of days, they've now changed how the tanks work. So the tank used to be its own kind of volume, if you will, separate to the pipe network, so there was always a delay between the two equalizing. They've now introduced a new type of tank. Well, it's the same tank, but basically it works a little bit different now in that it is part of the pipe network. Unfortunately, what they've done is by doing that, it no longer has a data point connection. So you are going to have to start using pipe analyzers a little bit more. I'm not bothered about that. I feel like it's probably fair. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with these tanks. I'm not going to rip these down because everything is working off them. But yeah, going forward, we'll be using the new ones. So, just thinking about this floor is going to be my greenhouse. This is where we're going to have our switchgrass and our ferns. Meaning this is going to have to be airtight. So we'll have an airlock going to the greenhouse, which is all well and good. But I'm trying to establish whether I need to be doing any of... Do I need another airlock here? I guess technically no. I mean, this entire corridor... Well, not corridor. This, well, it is a corridor, but it's vertical. This whole thing will be connected. Separate rooms, but because they're not airtight floors, air will pass through. I don't think I need any more airlocks. I think I'll be fine. There'll be one here going into the greenhouse. But apart from that, I think we're going to be good. At least I'm pretty certain on that anyway. Okay, so we're going to have we're going to put our computer on this side. And I'm going to use the old style one because I can. No particular reason, just I want to. But we'll stick that, put in your communications board, done. Now I have the refrigerated vending machine. I originally built this to use with Amy. However, Amy is nil point at the moment, so that's not happening. So instead, we'll use it for trading. So we'll stick it there and get it connected. So we've got power to the airlock. I obviously need to put a wall there, but I'll sort that out. The airlock doesn't have an APC, which, you know, normally it's good practice to do that. However, I don't think I need it. If I run out of power and this airlock does not work, then chances are I'm going to be in the tower anyway. I'm not going to spend much time up here at all. So if I can't get to the trader, it is what it is. If I get to it the other way, that's obviously a different kind of problem, but let's not worry about it. Let's just get it finished. There we go. We have a working airlock. Alright. Last step is to get these doors welded. Boom. So is this being registered as a room? We will never know, apparently. It is. So it's currently getting cold, which doesn't bode well. Oh, but I guess there's aspects of the rest of the tower that aren't tight yet. So let's go and basically get the rest of it sealed up if we can. Although, actually, all I need in here is I just need a wall piece here and a wall piece there, right? Which we can do. Because I'm not bothered about... no, you know what? We will do this as a window. Because why not? So if we do that there... And this bit I'm not bothered about being a window, so we'll do that. Right, now... This shouldn't be... Alright, perfect. That's what we wanted, right? That is what we wanted. It's not cooling, it's not heating. Well, it will heat slowly. As the sun comes up and shines on the window, it's going to take a while for that to happen. And I should be able to... Boom! Landing pad is on. Perfect. Okay. So we have a potential working trading system. I need to sort these doors out. So let me go and probably get an IC because there's two different types of door there. Okay, so I do think what I'm going to do, and I will go and sort out all my triangles shortly. I think I'm going to put my switch up here for the doors so that I can see if it's open. I can open it from in here without having to go in, and also I can't do it down there, so I want to be able to see the doors when I'm hitting the switch. So all I've got to do is get that connected, which I think the cable is here, which it is. And then we need to go and do the IC just to get that writing to the doors. So I think something as simple as that. We're going to just define the doors, so both our medium and our large door, the lever to D0, and then we're just going to load the lever and save batch to the door medium and the door large. That is all we need. Nothing more complex than that. Pretty sure I had the circuit. I do. So let me get that exported. And we're going to have to just get the lever on D0. So we should be able to go up here, hit this lever. There we go. Lovely, 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 lovely. Now, obviously, my idea is that I want to pressurize that space. Let's not worry about that right now, shall we? Let's just see if we can get a trader first, because we might not even need to pressurize the space. And if I don't need to, then I just won't, because realistically, I'm not going to do too much trading on this playthrough. If we get a trader that's one of the good ones, then I will pressurize it. But that's not going to be too difficult to do anyway. So we'll leave that lever open for now. And let's see what traders we have available, shall we? And it always helps to connect up your computer. Okay, we've got a build ink. We've got a star smelter. I don't think it's a bad idea to do the build ink, just because we might find that they'll buy something that we've got. I don't know for sure. They might not. But let's get it. Make sure it works and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I can't see why it won't work, but let's make sure I've not accounted for anything. Whoops. So here comes Mr. Trader. And that, I'm glad I did the doors lower as I did, because look at the angle he's coming in. That would never have worked the other way. If I did it it would have just been disaster. Hello, Mr. Trader. Oh, I can even get him through the window. Look at that. So look, he will buy ingots off us. So you know what? For my own safety and my own peace of mind, let's lock you in. Look at that. But yeah, he's gonna buy ingots. So I will go and see what I've got, because when we get another trader, it would be good to be able to afford all the seeds I want without having to do multiple traders. So he wants the basic alloy. So let me see what I've got for him. Okay, so I've got basically a bit of everything, really. So you know what? Why don't we just go and chuck all of these in the vending machine? see how much he'll take. And then I'm not going to worry too much about it. We could just let him go on his merry way. Because any money that he will give us is better than nothing. I don't want to faff around too long. With this. Constantin, I will sell as well. A little bit of solder. We haven't got much. Just put those doors in there. Yeah, take the Constantin. I mean, he's not having all my steel. I need a little bit. But yeah, let's just sell what we've got. Okay, so you can have 150 steel. You could have my 10 solder. You could have my 45 Constantin and my 149 Electrum. And you can have 150 Invar. There we go. You know what? I could waste time and make some more, but realistically, I'm not going to need any more money than that. So let's open the door and let's get him gone. Oh, I do it with him, don't I? I don't need to be at the computer for that. Goodbye, Mr. Trader. Kaboom. Perfect. So I guess now we're going to be playing the waiting game. I'm going to turn my vending machine off, save some power. Turn this on for a split moment. So what have we got? So we've got a cosmic cuisine. I feel like he's going to be food. But I guess we can try. It can't hurt. Right, you come down. Pretty sure I left the door open. I did. So while we wait for him, I'm going to turn my dish off. Turn off the computer. Because I spotted my battery is not doing great. So let me go and get some additional power sorted. That should keep me going for a little bit. It's only 20. But it will hopefully be enough to carry me to the next storm. Speaking of power, I did make some more turbines, so maybe now's a good chance to, well, a good time to put them in. Let me very quickly go and check on Mr. Trader and see if there's anything he's offering that is worth our time. I would say probably not, although we can get his rubbish collection. So we can buy that. Eh? Oh, I see, because I've left the vending machine off. That's fine. 1, 2. I mean, I could probably recycle this, but I'm pretty sure it'll just be crap. But there we go. We made some more money. Thank you very much. See, it was worth getting him. But I'm not bothered about any of the rest of this. So you can go. Okay, so now we're kind of waiting for at least 5 minutes before we get another one. Nebula Nectars has apparently entered the range. But I don't see him on my list. Nebula Nectars. That feels like that would be plants. Let's quickly have a play with the dish. Okay, the Nebula Nectars is a 6x6. We've got a Cosmic Curiosities, which is a 3x3, but Oxygen, he's not going to do anything we want, and besides, he's only here for another 2 minutes. Let's not waste our time. But yeah, I guess we're kind of waiting for additional traders. So, in the meantime, let's go and sort out power. Because I did make loads of wind turbines. And I've also got loads of the heavy cable. And once we've done this, we can then... I didn't know the animal flat was there. Yeah, we can then seal off those floors. And hopefully we'll be in a good position. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take out this window. Which I'm not a massive fan of doing, but it is what it is. Because what I need to do is I need to take out this floor and put some frames in here. I wish you didn't have to place these on frames. Wow, that got dark and made me scared for a second then. Yeah, so I'm going to have to take these floors out. This is an absolute pain, to be honest. I wish this wasn't what you had to do. I wish you could just place these on a floor. Feels like that should be fine to do, but never mind. Oh, we have a star seedlings. I didn't get the wind turbines finished because I apparently don't have any constantin or anything to make the cable. I wonder what happened there. But yeah, so we've got what I think we need. Grab him, turn this off. And my hope is, well, I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to get ferns and switchgrass from this guy. And you know what? You can stay nice and safe inside my hangar. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. We can sell him some water. I haven't got space for the tank. I'm not going to waste time with that. Let's not worry about it. But I can buy wheat. I have not turned my vending machine on, so this is going into my hand, which is fine. We can buy switchgrass. And we can buy ferns. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. We've got everything that we need. Turn that off. Might as well save some power. That's good. That's really good. That was easier than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. So these seeds are going to be staying in here. I've definitely put all these windows in here. Yeah, pretty confident. Not sure rubbing my shoulder against the window is the best way of testing that, because, you know, if it's not there, I'm dead. But it's fine. And I think this is all sealed. This is classed as a room. I need to put a floor piece here. So let's do that. Thank you. But booming. We've got our seeds ready for our farm. So I do want to go and finish the power. So what we're going to do is let's get this recycler set up. The Stirling engine, we're going to use that to start cooling the water. Probably not going to do that today. I've also made some Omni power transmitters because I want to start using wireless batteries because there's no reason why I can't. But again, no rush right now. So yeah, this is where I kind of got to. Put the frames in. I've started laying the turbines, but I need to get more super heavy cable. So I want the recycler so that I can degas my ores. Oh man, power's not good again. But that's because we've done trading. So let me stick 50 of those in. That should keep us going. Right, recycler is going on this level with our furnace. Look at the temperature. I haven't touched it, and it's still increasing. So I wonder how hot that's going to get. I don't know. But what we could do with the recycler is we'll just stick it... I mean, not there because it's through the wall, kind of against the rules, but we could put it there. It's a bit tight, but it's fine. And get this connected. Boom. So now I can degas my ores. And what I need is electrum, which is gold and silver. And constantin, which is copper and nickel. Both are happy with any temperature, so our furnace will more than suffice for this. So let me go and see if I've got those ores. So I've got silver, which is fine. What else do I need? Copper and nickel. got nickel. So all I need now is gold and copper. I've got gold. And copper is green. There's some copper. Boom. Let's go make us some alloys. After we get ourselves some water. So we already have a pretty nice pressure in there. Constantin needs 20 MPa. So as we put more heat into this, we are going to end up cooling the furnace, but based on how it's been, I think it'll heat itself back up. But let me degas these anyway. So we'll go silver and gold first. Actually, let's not do silver and gold first, because they want a lower pressure. And there is no point in me releasing pressure just to have to increase it again. So we'll do the Constantin first, copper and nickel. Okay, so we've got a copper and nickel. Our pressure is not high enough, so I'm going to turn on the hot tap, but it is going to cool down the furnace because my hot tank, I don't think, is this temperature. Oh, actually, my hot tank is hotter than my furnace, which is nice. Okay, that's good. 20 MPa required for Constantin. And what's quite nice is because our furnace is so hot, we are barely affecting the hotbox in pressure. So our back pressure regulator is 100% going to keep up with this, which is very, very nice. Boom. Got myself some Constantin. Okay, so for Electrum, we need less than 2.4 megapascal. We are well high on that. So let's release the lever, the button, the big stick thing. And let's get this down to the pressure that we're after. Because of the pressure is so high, the turbo pump is really effective in Mars atmosphere, which is good. And we're almost there. Boom! Got myself Electrum. Such a nice, easy setup. And because the hot box is still over 100, well, it's so high, I think this furnace will continue to increase in temperature. But we'll keep an eye on it. But let's go and get ourselves some super heavy cable made. Now we'll just finish off and get all of these turbines connected. And there we go. We now have a full set of turbines on every floor that we, well, built for that purpose, really. So let's quickly get each floor finished off. Boom. Okay, so that puts us on 12, 24, 36, 48. We've got 54 small wind turbines. Now, I know it's obviously not as good as like having multiple of the large turbines, but we are limited on space. Obviously. One of those large turbines would pretty much use the entire floor plan because of the rules that we've got set. So I do think that between storms, this amount of small turbines is probably going to be better in the long run. I do honestly think that. I haven't checked the maths, but I'm pretty sure that will be the case. So we've got this guy up here. Probably don't need to do anything else with this. I'm not even going to worry about pressurizing because we don't need to. The option is there if we've got space above this box if we really wanted to do that. But I don't. You can just stay there, mister. So I think actually the tower is structurally sound. I'm pretty certain. I I'll quickly give it the once over. Yeah, it looks like we are. It looks like the entire tower is now completely and utterly airtight. And as you can see from the temperature, we're at 32 degrees C down here. So it is just warming up. Huh. I mean, there's a lot about this tower that is unfinished, obviously. But I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. To be honest, let me get the important stuff done, and then the rest of it's just kind of more physical appearance more than anything. Okay. One last thing that I want to do is I want to get the Omni power transmitters dotted around, because I would like to have basically no use for having to keep going and replacing my batteries. So let me go and grab the chargers. Okay. Not sure I'm going to stick that there, to be honest. I mean, it's looking like I can place it there, which seems a bit strange. But you can't see it on, or you can kind of see the orange thing there. But you know what? It's fine. If the game will let me do it, let's do it. So we'll stick you there. Get to the main power line. Job done. So that will look after us when we're in the greenhouse and we're in here. Not that we're going to have to be in here again. Actually, you know what? We could turn this off for now, because we don't need any of this. All is good. So let's stick the next one down a few levels, because we're not going to spend time here, obviously. We're just passing through. So I'm thinking we place the next one in here. So, whoopsie, let's stick it here. Give me this. Okie dokie. That'll probably cover us in the furnace room as well, which is nice. The next one we're going to place inside this little gas room that we made. So we are going to connect it probably back here, so that we can connect to the main power line. And then I think the last one should probably go in the workshop. I think that just makes sense. So we'll stick it there. And give me the cable. Boom. We've now got Omni chargers basically covering the entire height of the tower, which is very, very good. Did I turn you on? I did not. So now let's get ourselves some wireless batteries made. Okay, so first one, our portable light now has a wireless battery. So that should never run out, and it's charging while we stood here, so very, very nice. Next, sensor lenses. Again, don't need to charge them. Perfect. The small battery can get recycled. We don't do small batteries anymore. Next, I'm gonna... So, doesn't really work for if you're going out, because they don't last very long. But I am going to put a large wireless battery in my suit. Or am I? No, actually, let's do all the tools first. So we've got my tablet. And then we have my drill already has one. My labeler doesn't. Small battery gets destroyed. Angle grinder, done. What else is there? Normally I do my arc welder, but I don't have an arc welder. Done my tablet. Don't need to do the laptop. That's fine. Sensor lenses I've done. Terrain manipulator. Yeah, why not? My drill can absolutely have one. And I think that's it. Oh no, that handheld tablet. So get me another one. Small battery can get recycled. There we go. Every single tool now has a wireless battery. Very, very nice. My suit doesn't, but you know what? It's probably fine. How often am I going to have to replace my suit battery? So that is all good. I've got a spare large battery here. You know what? Just recycle the shit out of that. Screw it. Okay. So then I guess the next step is going to be to start planning out our greenhouse that is going to be more functional than food. What we will be able to do, and we recently planted my potatoes, so I can't do it right now, is we can plant the wheat. The wheat can just stay down here, and that will allow us to have cereal bars. Let's go get those now, actually. There we go. So my wheat seeds are in there, so the next time we do a harvest, we'll plant wheat. No more potatoes for us. Until we've obviously got wheat going, so that's very, very nice. Okay, I'm not gonna have this as a very long one. We've basically got the trading that we wanted. Very nice. That was all I wanted today. I wanted to get the trading up and running. I did think I'd be waiting around hours for a seed trader. Obviously not. So that is good. So I guess next time what we're going to be doing is we are going to aim on getting this water cooled. Because there's a bit in there. I don't think it's as much as you'd like it to be, but it is what it is. We'll cool it down, run it through a Stirling, capture power from that, and then start setting up our functional greenhouse so that we can start collecting volatile, because our volatile at the moment is we haven't got enough in here to make fuel. So this fuel will run out, and when it does, it's gone. Is what it is. Nitrogen we're not really using. That's our hot tank that we're using for our furnace, which we've got plenty in there, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, we are doing good. So next time we'll cool down the water. We'll run it through the Stirling engine so that we can gain some power from it. And then yeah, we'll start getting the greenhouse at the top of the tower set up, built, and hopefully start producing our own volatile and our own oxygen. Sounds like a plan to me. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you've got any comments, leave them down below and I'll try and get back to you. Feeling much better, so I'm hoping to be a little bit more active again on the channel now. But yeah, until next time, take it easy. Bye.